If I told you there was a way to grow your money aggressively, without gambling, without panic, without losing sleep, you'd probably assume it's impossible, because we've been conditioned to believe one rule. High return requires high risk. That's what headlines say. That's what social media says. That's what most investors repeat. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people don't actually understand what risk is. And because of that misunderstanding, they either take reckless bets chasing fast wealth, or sit in safe positions that quietly destroy their purchasing power. Both feel logical. Both feel responsible. Both lose. Today, we're breaking that illusion. Because the real secret to low-risk, high-return investing is not about finding magic assets. It's about designing a system where downside is controlled and upside compounds. And by the end of this video, you won't be looking for hype. You'll be looking for structure. Let's begin. Most people confuse volatility with risk. Markets move up. Markets move down. That movement feels dangerous. But volatility is temporary. True risk is permanent loss of capital. If an asset drops 30%, but recovers over time, that's discomfort. If an asset collapses and never recovers, that's risk. And here's the first shift you must make. Low-risk investing isn't about avoiding movement. It's about avoiding destruction. Once you understand that, you stop fearing the wrong things. And that's where intelligent returns begin. Before stocks, before real estate, before dividends, the highest return, lowest risk investment is your earning capacity. Skills, not random skills. High leverage, high income skills. If you invest $3,000 into mastering a skill, that increases your income by $20,000 per year. That's not just a good return. That's exponential leverage. Skills don't crash. Skills travel with you. Skills scale. Markets fluctuate. Your capacity compounds. This is why the wealthiest individuals first invested in themselves. Because earning power is the engine that fuels every other investment. Let's address the elephant in the room. Broad market index funds. They're boring. They're not viral. No one brags about them. And yet, historically, they've quietly built more wealth than most speculative strategies combined. Why? Because when you buy the total market, you're buying productivity. You're buying innovation. You're buying the engine of economic growth itself. Instead of trying to pick winners, you own the system. Diversification reduces company-specific risk. Time reduces timing risk. Automation reduces emotional risk. And when those three combine, returns become surprisingly powerful. Holding cash feels safe. You can see it. You control it. But inflation erodes it quietly. Year after year, 10 years pass, and your purchasing power shrinks. Safety that guarantees decline isn't safety. It's slow loss. Low-risk investing doesn't mean zero movement. It means measured growth, above inflation, with controlled downside. Standing still is often the biggest risk of all. Real estate can be low risk and high return, but only when structured properly. Not speculation, not over-leveraged flipping, but conservative, cash flow positive properties. Real estate offers cash flow, appreciation, tax efficiency, leverage. When financed responsibly, tenants help pay down the asset. You build equity while holding and appreciating property. The key is margin, cash flow margin, debt safety margin, market stability. Low-risk real estate is boring, but boring scales. The biggest risk in investing is not the market, it's you. Emotional reactions destroy returns. Automation removes emotion. Automatic investing, automatic reinvestment, automatic allocation. When decisions are pre-committed, panic decreases, behavioral risk falls, returns improve. Simple, powerful, underestimated. Before you seek higher returns, you build a base, emergency fund, stable income, diversified exposure, long-term perspective. Without foundation, higher return strategies amplify stress. With foundation, they amplify growth. Low risk, high return isn't about speed. It's about sequence. Most people search for the investment, the one stock, the one property, the one opportunity. But wealth is never built on one pillar. It's built on architecture. If your financial life depends on one outcome, you don't have a strategy, you have exposure. Low risk, high return doesn't come from a miracle asset. It comes from combining multiple imperfect assets. in a way that reduces weakness and amplifies strength. That's engineering. And engineering compounds. There's something psychologically stabilizing about income. Not paper gains, not rising charts. Cash flow. Dividend-paying companies distribute a portion of profits to shareholders. When chosen carefully, established, profitable, stable companies. Dividends create internal return. You don't need to sell to benefit. That reduces timing pressure. But here's the tension. Chasing high dividend yields can increase risk. A 12% yield is often a warning sign, not a gift. Low-risk dividend investing focuses on strong balance sheets, sustainable payout ratios, long dividend histories, stable industries. Income lowers stress. Lower stress improves decisions. Better decisions improve returns. That's the hidden compounding effect. Bonds are often dismissed as boring, and they are. But boring can be strategic. High-quality bonds reduce volatility. When markets fall sharply, bonds often act as shock absorbers. They don't grow explosively, but they stabilize. Stability reduces behavioral mistakes. Behavioral mistakes destroy returns. Low-risk investing isn't about maximizing growth every year. It's about avoiding catastrophic years. When losses are controlled, recovery is easier. And easier recovery means stronger long-term compounding. Professional investors rarely go all in on one idea. They build a core. The core is diversified, stable, long-term, broad market funds, quality bonds, strong dividend stocks. This is the anchor. Then they build satellites. Smaller positions in higher growth opportunities, innovative sectors, emerging markets, selective individual companies. If satellites fail, the core protects the portfolio. If satellites succeed, returns accelerate. Controlled downside, asymmetric upside. This is where low risk meets intelligent growth. There's a misconception that entrepreneurship requires extreme risk. It doesn't. You can build equity gradually. Digital assets, small online businesses, licensing products, minority ownership in stable ventures. When built alongside steady income, risk drops dramatically. You're not betting survival. You're building optionality. Business equity can outperform markets because it isn't tied to daily volatility. And when structured conservatively, it becomes a powerful asymmetric opportunity. Small capital, large potential. Cash doesn't produce high returns, but it protects them. Without reserves, you're forced to sell during downturns. Forced selling locks losses. Reserves buy time. Time allows recovery. Recovery preserves compounding. Cash reduces urgency. Urgency increases mistakes. In intelligent investing, liquidity is armor. Many investors obsess over gross returns. Few optimize net returns. Taxes reduce performance directly. Long-term capital gains rates are lower than short-term. Tax-advantaged accounts shield growth. Strategic asset placement improves efficiency. A portfolio earning 7% after tax can outperform one earning 9% before tax. Reducing friction increases compounding. And compounding is everything. Every investor claims they'll stay calm until the market drops 30%. Fear changes behavior, but structured portfolios reduce panic. Diversification cushions impact. Income reduces pressure. Cash eliminates forced action. Low-risk investing doesn't eliminate downturns. It makes them survivable. And survivability is the difference between average and exceptional returns. You cannot predict crises. Recessions happen. Pandemics happen. Geopolitical shocks happen. Low-risk investing doesn't attempt prediction. It designs resilience. Global diversification. Multiple asset classes. Liquidity buffers. No over-leverage. Resilient systems bend. They don't break. And systems that don't break compound powerfully over time. There is a time for aggression. When your foundation is strong. Stable income. Emergency reserves. Diversified core. That's when you can allocate a small percentage to higher growth ideas. The key is sizing. Small enough to survive failure. Large enough to matter if successful. This is strategic risk, not emotional risk, not desperation. Strategic. Now you see it clearly. Low risk, high return isn't a contradiction. It's design. Foundation first. Diversification second. Income layers. Liquidity buffers. Selective asymmetry. In the last part, we go deeper than strategy. We talk about time horizons, sequence risk, retirement positioning, psychology at scale, And the real reason most investors fail, even with good plans, because structure alone isn't enough. Discipline finishes the job. Take a breath. This next part brings it all together. By now, you understand structure, diversification, income layers, reserves, asymmetry. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Even with the right structure, most people still underperform. Not because the strategy is flawed, because their behavior is. They buy when headlines are euphoric. They sell when headlines are terrifying. They adjust when they should stay still. They freeze when they should continue. The market does not punish ignorance most severely. It punishes impatience. Low risk, high return investing only works if you allow time to finish the process. And time requires emotional stability. There's a risk few people talk about. Sequence of returns risk. Two investors can average the same annual return. But if one experiences heavy losses early, while withdrawing income, their long-term outcome collapses. Timing of losses matters. When money is leaving the portfolio. That's why portfolio design must evolve over time. You don't invest the same way at 25 as you do at 55. Accumulation and preservation are different phases. Low-risk investing adjusts for season. It's not static. It adapts. True stability comes from layered income, active income, dividend income, rental income, business distributions, interest payments. When income comes from multiple sources, pressure reduces. Reduced pressure leads to better decisions. Better decisions improve long-term returns. Dependency creates vulnerability. Diversity creates resilience. Resilience compounds. There's a hidden investment multiplier. Few people calculate. Your health. Medical emergencies destroy savings. Burnout reduces earning capacity. Stress clouds judgment. Low-risk investing includes protecting the asset that generates capital in the first place. You. Health isn't separate from wealth. It's foundational to it. As your capital grows, so does your opportunity. Asymmetry becomes more powerful. Small calculated allocations to innovative sectors, private investments, or growing ventures can meaningfully impact total returns without threatening your core, but only if the base is secure. Foundation first, aggression second. Without foundation, risk is gambling. With foundation, risk is strategy. There's one emotion more dangerous than fear: comfort. When returns have been steady for years, investors get complacent. They increase exposure. They reduce caution. They forget cycles exist. Low-risk investing requires humility. Markets change. Cycles rotate. Nothing grows forever without correction. Respecting cycles reduces catastrophic mistakes. Imagine a system where you consistently invested, rebalanced periodically, maintained income diversity, avoided panic, avoided over-leverage. You don't need explosive returns. You need sustained ones. Compounding at 7 to 9% over decades creates transformation, not overnight, but undeniably. Wealth built slowly is rarely destroyed suddenly. Let's compress this into one framework. Increase earning capacity, control spending growth, automate investing, diversify intelligently, maintain liquidity, layer income streams, add asymmetric growth carefully, adapt over time, stay disciplined, low risk, high return, not through magic, through structure. Money is not the end goal. Freedom is. Freedom to say no, freedom to choose work, freedom to take breaks, freedom from panic. Low-risk investing reduces financial anxiety. High-return investing expands options. Together, they create peace. And peace is the ultimate return. The greatest investors aren't thrill seekers. They're system builders. They remove fragility. They remove emotional volatility. They design portfolios that survive storms. Because survival allows compounding, and compounding wins quietly. So here's the real question. Are you chasing returns that look exciting today? Or are you building a system that quietly makes you unstoppable over decades? Tell me in the comment section. Because the biggest risk is building without design, and the biggest return is control.